Hello everyone, I'm Esperanza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. And again, we're doing our session remotely due to the lockdown because of coronavirus. And today we're doing flamenco dancers. So we have one here and another one here. So uh, we will do this first. It's very easy. We will start with using certain geometric shapes and some lines, and then we'll do the painting. So let's start. So this is our flamenco dancer, and this is the basic shapes that we will be using to sketch that dancer. So these are guidelines that we will use, and this is the sheet of paper where we are going to draw them on. Okay, the first thing to do would be to draw an inverted triangle for the body. So let's draw that inverted triangle. Done. There we go. Oh, again, when you're doing this at home, please draw it lightly so that it would be easy to erase once you've drawn your actual sketch. Now, we are going to draw a semicircle, okay, connected to this inverted triangle. And this is going to be the part that shows the dancer's hips. So from here, I am going to draw a triangle. Again, these are only guidelines, and it's just meant to help us. So next is the neck. There we go. And then the arm. So if my arm is too thin, I can adjust it later on. If it's too thick, I can do the same. And then, as you can see here, the hand is just a curved line. Yes, because we are going to make it a little bit abstract, um, a little bit impressionist. So we are not going to draw or paint the details of the hands. And then we have our other hand here, other arm, sorry. And then for this one, it's holding something. And this is our drawing. This is our, the drawing of our guidelines. Now that we just see, yes, I think the proportion of the head is good. So now we're just going to trace this. And as we usually do, we just connect the shapes using curved lines. So that one is connected there. This one is connected here. So we now have that curve. Now this body is connected to the arm. I'm going to round this elbow a little bit. Excuse me. And then this part of the arm would be connected to the shoulders with another curved line. Make it look more natural, similar with the neck. Okay, another curved line over there. Wow. And then for this arm, okay, this arm might need a little bit of adjustment. Okay, because I think it's too big on some parts. So I am going to curve the elbow a little bit. Okay, and then connect it the rest of the shape. And here I'm going to taper this a little bit on one end. Here we go. And then again, that's our hand. Now, since I've already connected everything, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this bit. So this bit, the body is connected to the curved line. Then I follow the curve, and then I connect it to the triangle. Okay, now we're really ready to go to the next step, which is to erase the guidelines inside our new shape. Okay, and maybe outside as well. So if we've made those extra lines, it's time to erase them. because we are now about to paint. I'm going to erase the line here at the bottom of the big triangle. Oh, I am going to make a guideline here on the face. So a little bit like that. And the hair, it's a guide for the hair. There we go. And then the bun. Okay, so this would be ready to go for painting. And the first thing I'm gonna do is just to paint water on the upper part of the body. And I mean the head, the face, chest, and arms, because those will not be covered with clothes. And this lady will be wearing red. So let me just paint this with water. I am using diluted burnt sienna for the body, for the face, arms. And if it's light enough, I will not be lifting the burnt sienna because this dancer is darker than the previous dancers that we have painted. There we go. Okay, but if there an even distribution of color, we can always lift the paint to make it appear more even. Okay. The next step would be to do the underpaint in red. Now, before we proceed, I would like to let you know that we're only using 6 colors for this. That's lemon yellow, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, burnt umber, red, and black. So as you can see, you already see where we used the burnt sienna. Now, we are going to do the underpaint for the rest of the body using red. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay, let me see if it's dry enough. Yes. So now we will do an underpaint for the sleeves as well. Okay. And as we can see here, this is sort of a short bell sleeves. I think that's too dilute. Let me just, yeah, that's better. So we can see the sleeves. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, again, this is just the underpaint. And this is to mark where things are going to be. Okay, so we've done the underpaint for the sleeves and the lower body. Now we're going to do the neckline. Okay, I'm giving this a U-neck. Okay, maybe a deep scoop neck type. Okay. And then I'm just going to spread the paint towards the body to make it look more natural. Rinse the brush, and yes, just spread the rest of the paint using the wet brush. And there we go. So now we've done the underpaint for the dress, for the body. Now we need to do the underpaint for this particular cloth that she is holding while she is dancing. So let me get some more diluted red paint. So just like that. And then she's holding the cloth on this part. So it continues there. We just turn this around and then paint the rest with water. There we go. And then I'm going to put some diluted red paint on this as well for balance. And then here as well. And also on this part. So let me just spread that over there. Okay, now the next bit, I'm going to put some lemon yellow. Just paint it like lines in this part. And that is to give it direction. Okay. Now I'm going to rinse my brush and just spread that lemon yellow further just to make it look softer. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to do something similar to the other side. So here we have lemon yellow, and then just brush it there. And let me spread that over there. Okay, we are doing very well. Now, this part would also have some lemon yellow on it, even more intense. And then we brush this other end of it with water to soften it. Very nice. And then we go back to the skirt. Now we start painting the tears in the skirt. So here we have one a little below the waist. Actually, it's a little below the hips. So we have that. One moment, let me just take the excess water. And then a little below that, we make this circular motion strokes, circular strokes. And then we paint this line with red. Yeah, that should be a little bit curved, just a little bit. And then we spread it to the area with water. There we go. That's our first tier. Now we do something similar for the second tier. So we paint it with water, circular strokes. And then we paint the line in red. And then we paint it in the direction of that water. And then just let the paint spread by itself. And then the next tier, you do the same again. So here, circular strokes. And then again, a red line here. And then let the paint spread in the water. Okay. Now we will do something similar to the sleeves. So again, we need to paint parts of the sleeves with water. And then get some red paint, paint the line, and then just let the paint spread in the water. Okay. Again, next step is similar, and it's just the other sleeve. Red paint, painted as a line, and then just allow it to spread in the water. Oh, lovely. We're getting there. Okay, now I'm going to put some highlights on this. And by that, I mean adding some yellow ochre on it. So first is I'm going to put some yellow ochre on the hips and then on the breast portion. And then I am going to add yellow ochre on the sleeves as well as small lines or dots. And all of this are to add dimension to the art piece. So this one I'm going to soften with water. Okay, that worked. And this as well. Okay, perfect. And now the sleeves. Okay, so we're doing very well. So we now have all the basic shapes. I am going to put some yellow ochre here to add more dimension to this piece. And then we're just going to follow the shape, paint it following the shape of the cloth. Yes, this is a piece of cloth that they use in the dance. I'm going to lift excess paint. And then I am going to go back to the tiers of the dress. Now, for this one, I am going to use burnt umber. So I'm just going to draw a line and then smaller lines coming from that larger line. And then I am going to use water to soften the tips of the smaller lines to make them look more natural. There we go. And then I'm going to repeat the process for the succeeding tiers. So line, then smaller lines. And then again, water to soften the tips. And then the next tier, again the same. So a line, and then smaller lines. There we go. Smaller lines. And then water to soften the tips of those lines. There we go. Fantastic. So now we have the tears looking good. Okay. Now we are going to do something similar to the body. So I'm going to paint the edge with burnt umber. Under the arm. Oh, okay. And then again, with water, spread it with water. Soften its appearance. Perfect. Okay. I am lifting the excess paint. And then on the other side, we soften it with water again. As well, sorry, we soften it with water as well. And then now we decide where the sunlight is coming from, or where the light is coming from. And I have already decided earlier that it's from the top front. So that means that the shadow would be at the lower part, at the back. So here, okay, I need to paint this burnt umber as well. And here, because of the shadow. So we just spread that. And we use the power of water to spread that. And then here as well. And then I'm gonna do something similar to the sleeves. Just, there we go. A little bit of that burnt umber. Well, a little bit more of that burnt umber. Okay, more red. Okay, now we need to lift some of the paint. And then shape the body a little bit better. Okay, so I'm just shaping the body. And again, to soften that, just water. And now I'm also using burnt umber for this one. And then I am going to spread it like that. And then on the other side, I will be using black because of the shadow. And then I will extend this to the body because remember, her hand is holding this piece of cloth. And then we'll put some shadows on the arms and also um, on the face. So let's do the one on the face first. So we have to soften that with water. There we go. And now the arms. We start here. Again, soften it with water. And then the other arm. Okay, soften it with water. There we go. Oh, lovely. And then, if this is dry, we can hold the piece of cloth. I don't think it's dry enough. I might need to lift this. And this piece of cloth is also red. So we add some more red paint. Let me just get some more red paint. Just dilute that red paint, make it more fluid. Not too dilute. Because at this point we want to see brush strokes. So the paint should not be so dilute that it produces a flat wash. Instead, it has to produce that, it has to show the brush strokes. Okay. Now we just soften the edges by painting water. Not all the edges. Okay, we have to keep some of the brush strokes. Oh, and now we are going to paint her hair. Okay, we're just going to follow the sketch. Oh, she looks lovely. She looks lovely in red. A beautiful lady dancing gracefully in red. Let me just see. Oh wow, very nice. So let me just make sure that all the parts, all the hair, the areas for the hair are black. And now the last thing is to create those flowers on her hair. So here, I am just going to paint this with water in a circular fashion. Maybe not the perfect circle, but yeah, because we're trying to create some sort of flower shape, impressionist flower shape. Perfect. So this is now our flamenco dancer. Now we can either leave it as it is or paint a face on it. It's up to you. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. And we will have one more later on, one more flamenco dancer later on. Uh, I think I've showed you that earlier. We will do that one. And I hope you enjoyed that one as well. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.